traveling show.
Sherry and I have known each other way too long. So I'm Rhonda Watton. I teach at Templeton Middle School in Sussex.
I'm Sherry McCloskey, and I teach at Wisconsin Middle School.
And we're both teacher consultants for the Wisconsin Geographic Alliance, as well as I'm a member, president of the WCSS board. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just take a look at some Web 2.0 tools and some other things that support geography and geoliteracy. So we're going to first of all start by taking a look at some sources of where you can get some of articles and things for the geography literacy. One of the common one, or I don't know if it's common, but it's one that I tend to use quite a bit is one which is Newslia. How many of you used Newslia before? Okay, Newslia is one. I'm going out and go, I'm sure. So,
You're going out and
I'm going out. We're going to be brave. Maybe not.
Yeah,
okay.
Not come back.
Yeah, we may never see the presentation again. Oh, here it goes. Newslia is an online source which every week they come out with new current events articles. And what's kind of nice with this is that you can adjust it to the lexile level of your students. So depending upon what their lexile is, I think, so you do have to sign up for an account. I think when I copy and paste that, but you do have to sign up for an account. But again, it is nice because you don't have a lot of ads, you don't have a lot of any of that kind of stuff on the side, and you also have, you know, the different lexile levels. So it's nice for differentiation in your classroom because they're all reading the same content article. So when you get into some of the activities that you could do with the different topics, all the kids have the same article, same event happening. It's just, you know, they're reading it at their level. Another one, and this one I just kind of had come in just about a month ago. Our librarian had sent out, and so I just kind of started to use this one. It's another one too. This one has some current events in it for world and national news, but it also has just some other interesting topics that the kids, you know, we both teach middle school, so you know any of these kind of topics that the students might be interested in. It's through Smithsonian. It's Tween Tribune. Again, it's one where you're able to also adjust their lexile level with it. So it's just another source of being able to pull some articles on geography, current events, as well as some other things. So it's just tweentribune.com. And one of the articles, and again, it's just, and both of these are free. All you have to do is just kind of create an online account, and that would be perfect. Yeah, yeah. It's your student. So again, down here is where you would find the different lexile levels. So, you know, like I said, depending upon where your students are at, you can opt to. Another thing that I do, I teach 4 sections of U.S. history, but I also teach 1 section of reading. And so what I do a lot of times is try to incorporate geographical novels, both fiction and nonfiction, as well as historical fiction novels. And I work with my IMC director. And she and I come up with a list of probably, I think we have about 100 books that the kids can select from, based on topics, based on time periods, based on continents, where the students can really, they have the choice of whatever book they want to read. And then I also have them participate in literature circles. It's a little bit different format though, because they're participating in literature circles where every student in the literature circle is reading a different book. They still have certain roles that they have to be part of. They still have to do, you know, like the discussion director or the summarizer or the illustrator, that type of thing, but they're doing it based on their book. So it's really kind of nice because, and I try to also arrange their groups based on the fact that they're not all, I don't put like a whole World War II group together, and I don't put a whole, you know, they're all different topics that are built into the different literature circles. So they're learning about different geographical areas, they're learning about different people, and cultures and such as we go through. And then at the end is when we'll get into some of the Web 2.0 and some of the other projects that we do in accordance with that. What do you want to do, travel?
I will in a minute.
Okay.
I've added this. I wasn't sure if that was mine or yours.
Oh, no problem. Go ahead.
Let's move this slide. This is all. We'll talk about those first, because I'll go back to the tribal narratives.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, some of the, oh, I see that's covered. Some of the Web 2.0 things, or projects that I've had students do, one of them that's kind of interesting is Evoke. And it's just Evoke.com, and it's one where you can, I've had students do the geographical novels they've gone through, and then the other part of it is, with Marzano, we're also doing summarizing. And so what the students have to do is really think about a particular character in the book, and then I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to show you one that I've created. First of all, I'll take you to the Voki website, and it's just voki.com. Again, got to create a little account there, but you create an avatar of a person. I'm going to go back to this one and show you my example that I created with Lincoln. You basically can create the head, the background. You can put sunglasses on him. You can, and then, and then you also can have them. You can type in what you want the avatar to say. You can have it in different languages. You can have it in different accents. And then you can also, I've had some of them do it by cell phone, where they can call in, and it can be their voice speaking as though they're the character. Okay. So, I'll tell you what, let's just go back here. If we have some time at the end, maybe we can come back to that, I guess. So, for example, you can customize your character. And
Go that side.
so here again, depending upon like the topic of your book, maybe you had world, and you have different. Maybe I could just recreate the Lincoln one I did yesterday. So you have Lincoln. Then you can go ahead. You've got one option there for clothing. Bling. You don't need the bling. Then you can also create backgrounds for them. And then you can, what's kind of neat is you can write out what you want to say. So,
Welcome to WCSS.
and I think it gives it, I want to say it's a 30-second time frame. So, when students are typing in, and what's kind of interesting is I always think that they've typed a lot, but when it actually says it, it's always about like 8 seconds long. So I think they have up until 30 seconds to go into this to, in order to kind of give the summary of the book from that particular character's perspective. Another one that I've done is Animoto. Animoto is a video slideshow. I like to think of these kind of as trailers to, like if you go to a movie and you see a lot of trailers, Animoto is one of, it's one where, again, the students take the book, they have to summarize it. I use the free subscriptions, which when you go online, students can create Animotos up until, I think it's 30 seconds again. If you want them, and I've seen people that have created much longer ones, those some of those accounts you need to pay for, pay a little, I don't think they're super expensive. But they're ones where the students, again, have to summarize. They're incorporating pictures, they're incorporating text, they create the music in the or they can select the music in the background, and then it kind of is like a little bit of a teaser for other students as far as if they haven't read the book. to read, so. That was just one. 13 Blue Envelopes. This is one. This one's kind of an interesting book. It's one where a girl gets a letter from her aunt who has passed away, and then it kind of takes her on a scavenger hunt around several European countries. And she can't bring anything with her, no cell phone or any of that. So
Fiction or nonfiction?
this one is both are fiction. And then just a couple of those. I'm going to keep going.
My
Okay.
size will come.
Okay. All right, yeah, you're fine. Okay, the next one that I have is Tundu, which is another Web 2.0. This one is kind of interesting one in the fact that you can take pretty much any topic in history, whether be geographical, current events, or even anything within your class that you teach, and you can create it into a comic strip with the Tundu, and you create your account. There are some. Let's just check out a few of them here. It gives the students, here's a few that are examples that are online. And you can, so the format of them are a little bit different. You can set them up for 3 slides if you want to just do one, but they are able to begin to create their own tune. So as you go in, you kind of pick your layout of what you want. As you pick it, and again, this is kind of all that idea of summarizing, of taking a topic or an issue or a book that you've read and really kind of focusing on either a particular chapter or an era or a book as a whole, and being able to kind of find the main points. So again, we have your topics, and again, you can have various different characters. And there was one from the unconference session. Mike, do you remember what that was that was shared this morning to the story?
Powtoons?
Oh, that was story that.
Story. I can't remember. It was another one too. That one you had to pay for, but it was similar to this, where you can kind of pick your characters and add text and such to it as well. You can go in here. You could add your backdrop. Storyboards, okay. And then
Storyboard that.
Storyboard that. That's another one, and I think she said it was probably about $10 a month, and that's another one too. That would be, if you want to have students do something like this. That was kind of. I think it had just a few more options than this one did, but So, and again, you can kind of move these around, change the size of them. And you can create, if you want the students to do just a one panel or give them an option. I usually give my kids the option in doing that. The other one, and this one is just more kind of an enhancement type of a thing, which is Fodey.com, FODEY.com. This is one where you take a look at, maybe you have your, like for example, I had my students do a letter about the Boston Massacre, as they wrote to the Boston Gazette as to who was really out there in the Boston Massacre. And then what the students had done is had gone here, they clicked on the newspaper option, and then as they clicked on the newspaper option,